Welcome back everybody into another daily recap. Today is Friday the 2nd of September and today was the NFP and unemployment rate day. So that's, as you can see already the price action on gold, but let's have a look and dig deeper into it. So as you can see, we already had this sort of PSA on the 15 minute, but it won't be that relevant for today, even though we will see some reactions over there at that level. It's very important to go and immediately see, because the price action and what happens before that is not really relevant if you are trading New York. That's what was curious that I was looking at, is that if you this was doing the pre-London and the London, that's how structured this market was. Because if you even extend on the right line, because I saw it from these first two price points, the price was making higher lows and higher highs, and especially matching the trend line with this high time frame level with the PPL. So we are making clearly higher highs and higher lows. This is the London Open lower wick, and you can see that how perfectly it matches the PPLs and the trend line all the way back up here. Of course, now without trend line, then the price was, you can see that the price was ranging, was in a consolidation area before the big news, the bigger report. Of course, that's what usually happens. You don't expect that in the 2 hours before the news, investors will make big moves on any sort. So let's dig into the report immediately. As you can see, NFP was expected 300k, and the previous one was like 530k. So the investors were already expecting a lower number. So you can say that in some sense it was coming better than expected, but it's still trash, showing us, like the ADP showed on Wednesday, how bad the economy is reacting to the interest rate hikes. And especially it's very important to see this unemployment rate growing. So the previous one was 3.5. They were expecting still same number, but that is showing you how 0.2% is still a quite big difference, especially on the unemployment rate, which means that the higher interest rates are indeed affecting the economy and starting to affect. So as you can see here, the first second of the candle made like a 100 pip move. Of course, that's if you see the live broker, if you had a buy stop even here, you would get activated there because of the slippage of the spread. So this 100 pips is not tradable. So that's why you don't want to enter immediately at the candle, at the live candle. So what I was looking for when I saw, okay, this minute has passed, as you can see here, 1.5 minutes, and I saw the numbers, I said, okay, this is still bad. Unemployment rate is very bad. So I was in a bullish bias. Of course, this is not a trade idea because this candle is still live and it's in the middle of anywhere. So it's not like this is the buy. What I was looking for was either buys at this level, so the previous highs of the order block, or eventually the bottom of the order block. So as you can see, this one was the first trade idea when the candle failed to break below, and this would be like a 45 pips move. If you can see here, if you entered over there with the trade idea, that would be like a 40 pip move, but you will see clearly that this area was showing some rejection. So that's why in the next one I say, okay, the report is showing me that there's a bullish bias on gold because it's bad for the US dollar, unemployment rate, and NFP. But you can't deny the price action, so that's why I saw this big wick and all these top wicks of these candles here, all leaving a top wick and creating some sort of a resistance. So that's why I was asking myself, is a supply holding, or is it a retest, or there is going to be, I mean, if this is a supply, then the price will go down. But if now we see a retest here in this area of the liquidity pool, because this one of course left huge liquidity, then the price can go bullish. So that's I was already looking for a bullish bias. So exactly that's where I saw this support being created at this exact level and price multiple times failing to break below. That's what the candles are talking about. So you can see we are 10 minutes before the new 4 hour. The image was taken live. So that was my trade idea exactly at this level. Support being created and candle showing you resistance. So resistance for the bearish bias and support for the bullish, of course. And as you can see, if you entered anywhere there, as I was saying, that's where you would have got the first quite aggressive move was 47 pips. Then you had the new 4 hour, that was the pullback before the new 4 hour that gave you 47 pips. But price never came back to your entry. It actually made a new higher lows. This was almost 50-60% of the pullback of the retracement of this impulsive move, as you can see here, 60%. And I mean, you could have entered here, which is the retest exactly of your previous PSA and a 50% retracement. So this level was charted up beforehand, as you can see, was charted up from before that, and that's where you can have had your entry, further entry, high risk, high reward, and then let's say safer risk. Look at the candle setup, 50% of retracement, and then the bullish bias created by the fundamentals. So after that will be actually just let it go and running. You can see here that how the PPLs were giving you some instructions, but for me that was the main trade idea of the day. As you can see here, price from this entry that was charted up would go 120 pips very slowly and smoothly, because it took like 2 hours and 10 minutes to reach there. 120 pips, of course 60 pips were reached there, which is a 1 to 3 risk to reward, but that's the overall trade bias. So very good and absolutely fantastic. This retracement was exactly a 50%, if I'm not mistaken, from the last impulsive. Was 60% actually. Yes, 60% from this last impulsive move, retracement 61.8, and then continuation up. It's just a number, of course. As I told you, price is creating a new higher high, a new higher low, respecting this previous PSA. As you can see here on the left hand side, this PSA is respected. It's a PPL, so it is matching. So that's market structure there for you. And I mean, I don't see much else to talk about. Of course, now the price is ranging. There's not much volume. Of course, it's a Friday, but basically that's it. That's what matters today. Price action and fundamentals in play. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on Monday.